This program is brought to you through the kind support of the Friends of That's What She Said. Support BCTV by visiting bctv.org/support.
It used to be great, now it's not so great, but it's still pretty great. Reading. It used to have lights, but it didn't have lights. New with LED lights. Pagoda. Did they really say that? They did not say that. Yeah, they did say that. That's what she said.
Hello and welcome to another episode of That's What She Said. As you can see, we're not in our usual, well, you don't know because you don't know what the new studio looks like, but this is a hint. This is a temporary studio. We're at Genesius Theatre. They loaned us their beautiful stage here and their beautiful lights and their beautiful people, and we just thought we'd do it from here. Now, we are not live tonight because we still think we have our space yet. Next month we will have it. So, there will be no phone calling tonight. You can try, but you won't get us because we're not there. We're here at a different time, different space. What?
Are we going to live tweet on Wednesday?
We are live tweeting, yes. So you can tweet us at she tweets to me. They laugh. But it's true. It's @ she tweets to me. I don't know about these things. They have me things and I just make them work. So, we have a surprise guest tonight, but let's introduce our regulars. We have...
Me.
Sheila, she who knits.
She who knits.
And
Martha Richardson.
Nicole Weaver.
And sitting in the extra chair here is the lovely Debra Evans.
Hello.
Do you want the full name or do you...
I usually do use my full name. It's Debra Thais Evans.
That's fancy.
Not thighs or ties or anything like that. Thais.
You do have lovely thighs, though.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And on that note...
Cheers.
Yes, it's going to be one of those shows, I can tell already. Well, welcome everyone, welcome to you, welcome to us, live tweet, and she tweets to me, all of that stuff. Now, there's, I forget who brought this up, I don't remember if it was an experience they actually had, or whether something, this whole catfishing thing, which I don't understand, because my late husband used to, well, my late husband used to go fishing, and I...
Not
but I don't
that
think
kind of catfish.
All right.
There was a whole show about it.
Yes.
Actually. I think it was a movie first, and then they did.
It was a documentary. Yeah, I forget the guy's name, but he met this girl online and talked to her for like 2 years. And every time he said, hey, let's meet, she dodged it. So he finally drove to her town, found out that it was this woman who made up like 8 different personas.
Whoa.
And was lying to him through every single one of them. So then he started this show called Catfish, and with the advent of modern technology and Facebook, you don't know who you're talking to.
All the time.
Yeah,
so many different people.
Exactly.
So catfish are bottom feeders, right? Exactly. I don't know.
That's exactly what it is.
I think it depends on how attractive they are.
But it's all about deception. Yeah. Well,
they're only other catfish think they're not ugly. Catfish are ugly.
Well, what if you're just lonely with some sort of personality disorder, and you just don't feel like being you, and you can't deal with that fact?
and be like,
What about a sunfish?
What do they look like?
They're sort of
Pretty.
Yes, they're pretty.
I think the idea is that
I
you're
don't like that.
Of course, if you were a monkfish, then it would sort of be sort of celibate.
We know what that.
What?
check.
But yes, so this is what catfishing is.
Yes,
There's a
it's-
show about it.
There's a show
Yes.
where people call in and they basically say, I've been talking to this person online, something's fishy.
They don't want
And
to meet.
And so he helps them find the real person and confront them.
Yeah,
And it's
they're
good.
investigators, like they do a lot of research.
They do a lot of
Yeah,
research
check
and they
emails,
find this
they
person.
go
And I
to
like it because in today's day and age we are so passive aggressive and he's like,
No,
knock
knocking on the door.
You are who you say you are. It's fantastic. I love that show, actually.
They call these people like they're stunned. They're really cool. And sometimes
What would you do? I'd
and
say
sometimes there was one episode that I saw where the lady was just using relationships and she was terrified to open herself up and she told him that and they ended up hooking up in the end. But you know, sometimes
So the catfish turned into a good catch.
yes, sometimes that happens. No.
I've never seen one happen like that.
And I actually feel I was remiss.
Peter.
Well, fine. I'll never do it again. Goodbye, Jennifer. Anyway, I'm remiss because I didn't actually tell you where we picked up this lovely woman.
Oh my God.
My
I was
friend-
hanging out on the corner.
My friend Kirk is doing a production of Hairspray at Dutch Apple Dinner Theatre,
Yes.
and she actually is playing Miss Motormouth Maybelle.
Yes.
And we liked her, we loved her so much that we thought she would be fabulous on the show. She won't be a regular, unfortunately, because she does not live in the area, but we wanted to grab her while we could, as most people do. So,
Yes.
yes.
Happy to have you here today.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm
I'm
so
so glad to
excited.
see that breakfast yesterday, which found out everywhere.
Yes.
I lost a little bit. I became a teenager at a Justin Bieber concert.
There was tears.
Well, I suppose this is a perfect, I don't know if this is a tie into the next subject, the catfishing thing, but it's tied in there, I think. This whole, what's his name, Ray Rice, the NFL, how they dealt with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the message is, ladies and gentlemen, you just don't hit other people.
Especially
That's-
women when you're a football player.
You don't hit anyone.
No, but I've been
But-
really domestic violence. There are no buts. I'm hearing and reading so many people who are saying, well, yeah, he should have, but no buts. There are no buts. And I can speak from experience, okay? And I don't think any of the rest of you can. But I can tell you what it's like to be hit by a man. And Ray Rice might have had his masculinity suspended at the same time. I would bet he'll be playing in 2 years.
I hope not.
Well, what also stunned me about the whole story was when I found out that Janae Rice, his fiancée at the time, became his wife.
Oh, and
After
defends him.
she not, yes.
And defends him.
defends him too. And that is also something
There's a
that
lot
is-
of money involved there.
I know, but that just
You're
hurts my
not been
heart.
in that position. And she's a young woman, and, you know, we all think we can fix them. We all think it'll only happen once.
Yeah.
That's not, you know, let's not blame her or even try to judge her until you've been.
Oh, I'm not judging. I'm just saying it just hurts my heart that
She married
stayed in that Yeah.
There's a lesson to be learned here, that no matter how much you want to change somebody, you can't.
Amen.
No one can be changed. If you don't like who they are today, you won't like who they are tomorrow. Even if they're the most adorable thing in the world,
Or the richest.
all the riches just skip that little cord.
I've heard more people defending him by saying, this isn't the man I knew. And I heard defending Michael Vick. And I'm not saying, but it seems to me there are probably more people who really condemn Michael Vick than are condemning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, well, those are cute little doggies.
This is just a woman.
It's just some sort of Yeah.
It's a bad comment on our society.
I think this ought to be the end of professional football. No, because look at where women's roles are in professional football. They're in little skimpy uniforms cheering.
Or they're on the sidelines to bring in more ratings.
Possibly, right, possibly.
I think there's two stories to this. There's the event that happened, which was completely wrong, and then there's how the NFL handled it, which was also not
Which is wrong.
very well done.
Which is plain wrong.
It was a big ball of wrong to begin with. I mean, from beginning to end, there was nothing good about it.
The NFL is all about money, and Goodell has brought a lot of money to the owners of those teams. He's going to be there for a long time.
Well, eventually there's going to be one corporation that runs everything. It's just going to get bigger and bigger. It's going to control our lives. And speaking of that, the new Apple iPhone and the Apple iWatch. Speaking of companies taking over the world.
forget it.
They keep sending me emails going, pre-order your iPhone 6, and I'm like, I just got 4. What? Leave me alone.
I had an iPhone 3 for like until a month or 2 ago, and then I got the iPhone 5 and the dude tells me, he goes, well, you can upgrade in like 2 months. I'm like, I just got this. What am I gonna upgrade for?
Or you can just keep this one, because it'll be fine.
Well, our producer was having that conversation with me the other night, and just debating whether to get what or get which he wanted, the watch or the phone.
Can you talk on the watch?
Yes, apparently. Well, it's connected to the phone, so it's
I want that.
you've still got to have it. But the nice thing about it is the whole payment thing, which will roll out, because I think, is it next year? All the people who use credit cards are required to have the special little payment chip.
No!
Yes, but
That's right, I saw
but with these new iPhone and iWatch, it's to protect your. It's more secure as far as translation.
Yeah.
With all the identity
Credit
theft.
card never leaves your hand.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, they're
But-
saying that iPhone is now like the death of the credit card.
Well, and what it does is it transmits it doesn't even transmit your credit card information. It transmits some token that they understand in some way that I can't even fathom. But apparently it's very secure, and I'm sure some hacker somewhere will figure out a way to break it. But it's pretty, yes. Yes, there's no identity theft in Europe. Let's all move there. It's pretty.
I never got on the iPhone train. I have never owned one. Never. I have Windows. It's a phone. It's a phone. They all work.
Well, what phone do you have?
I have a Nokia Windows phone, and I love it.
It looks like a mini iPad.
And it works great. It gets everything I need. It makes phone calls. I can check Facebook.
All
It's
the
just
important
managed.
things in life, ladies and gentlemen. All the important things.
It's everything I need.
Facebook, homework, you got your places. And your pictures of David.
I usually don't wear pants with pockets. But
You don't usually wear pants, wear a dress kind of.
I am.
Right,
I don't wear
I am the
pants.
first one I've ever seen
As a matter of fact.
Once that little baby popped out, she just stopped wearing pants.
I didn't wear pants before he came out.
Speaking of that, how is it?
He
We haven't had a David update.
He is lovely. He's 4 months old. And he's the greatest baby on the planet. I'm sorry, he is. He is holding his head up now. And
He's a really good baby.
yeah, he's so cute. I love him.
Does he still have that dangerous soft spot?
It's getting better now. They'll have that until they're about 2-ish, something like that. Well, 'cause, yeah, the head's growing. So, but it's it's in good shape. He's doing well. He's on his walk with Daddy right now, and they'll be taking their baths soon.
Do you think
Well, he'll be giving his son a bath. They don't take a bath together. Please don't infer that.
Wouldn't it be nice if in the future the baby came out with the head fully grown so that
No.
No, thank you.
knew that relation
I gotta drink on that way. Thinking about that.
teeny little belly and this big head. So you don't have to worry about things like
You would have to give me a couple bottles of water.
that's it. We'll have the big heads and women will have zippers.
Perfect.
Oh my God.
I think we should move on.
So much for tonight's anatomy lesson.
Well, okay, I think it's important, especially because we have somebody who might have an interesting view on this. Ferguson, the whole Ferguson issue has been in the news lately, and race is again prominent in the news as we're in 2014 now, and it shouldn't be an issue, but it is. Just briefly,
Well, I mean, I remember sitting in cast housing, because that's where I stayed during the show, and watching our little television and turning to a news station and seeing all the people out in the street rioting and the whole situation, standing with their hands up, and it just, and all I could do was literally just sit there and start to cry. It broke my heart to see all these wonderful people, cops and civilians, just at each other's throats for just the reason of what seemingly was a difference between the color of two people's skin. It broke my heart. I mean, I can't, and the fact that it seems, maybe because there's so much technology now, there's internet, there's television, there's everywhere you can get information, but it seems so much more prominent. Racism just seems to be so in our faces now. I mean, it's almost like it's worse, but I feel like it's not worse. I just feel like we just know about it more now because of all the information.
How can it possibly still be an issue?
Right now, nobody
Because
honestly,
we don't live in an area that is representative of the whole country. You know, and this is something that I had to come to terms with too, because I watched this and I'm going, how is this still happening? How are people still doing this? Like, people are people. I thought we got this concept. And I saw this one woman holding a sign. It was fantastic. It's my favorite one. It goes, I can't believe I still have to protest this.
Oh,
and I was like, girl, you captured the whole thing. But the thing is, there are places in this country, and there are places in this state.
There are places in this county.
Yes, that still allow that to persist. And I'm telling you what, it is a generational thing. If you raise your kids to be that way, they're going to be that way. And that's the problem. And it's not going to change until you make that decision for yourself.
I mean, I've had wonderful, wonderful people who are friends of mine, people that I've worked for, people that I know, have called me colored. It's not, I mean, it's not, I mean, I don't take that as an insult, but it's exactly. I realized that was what they were raised with. So, but think about the people that were raised with more than just color.
Right.
You know, and then they pass that on to their kids, and then they pass it on to their kids, and it just keeps going. There's a commercial now about where they say, we may be the generation to stop smoking. Please let's change that to we will be the generation that will stop racism. Because it kills me that I have to worry that I might not be able to be friends with people or get to know people just because of the color of their skin.
And that's breaking my heart to hear you say that. That breaks my heart. And, you know, I very honestly, I think the last 8 years has brought out a lot more overt racism that was under the covers as long as we had a white president. And I know that's going to be a popular statement, but I really believe, sadly, that having Obama in has given all those bigots who were kind of genteel about it an opportunity to let it all hang out.
Well, I mean, on that subject, it is surprising that that so much of the vitriol thrown at our president. Where were you when Bush was putting us in?
Oh.
I mean, there comes a point where you have to say, there's a reason other than X that you're upset.
And just the way people are talking to him, and the governor from Arizona who refused to shake hands with people, that would have never happened. It happened a while ago. The woman who was, isn't she governor of Arizona? Yeah.
She would not shake his hand.
No, she would not shake
That's
hands.
disrespectful.
Yeah, and that would have never happened. Never.
I read this article. It was an article, it was sort of like a letter. It was from a Canadian, and they wrote this letter saying, the United States, basically the summary is, what's up, U.S., with how you treat your president?
Yeah.
Whether or not you agree with his politics, that's your president. And I've said this to other people because, you know, I may or may not agree with what my president is doing at any time, but that is my president. It's like the leader of an organization. That's the leader of my organization. You still have to show some respect. And I think about like me being a teacher in a classroom and leading the theater arts club. So I'm in a role as a leadership position. If kids disrespected me the way that people disrespect their president, I'd be like, bye.
Well,
You know, there needs to be some modicum of respect for each other.
I mean, can you imagine how this man, how do you go on to your next day? Just with that daily barrage of crap.
That's why he's so salt and pepper now. Salt. It's amazing. Remember when you first started, and now it's a dark road.
And I do not agree with
us dialogue, not sheer meanness.
Well, and that's a subject for the next show. But I think whether we're still in a democracy, I think is a topic we can cover in the October episode. Remember that, Jake. Shall we move on to happier subjects?
Yes, please.
So, we thought it would be interesting for all of you to know what our little morning routines are. I, for one, wake up, and while I'm in bed, I go through the different colors of liquor, and when I get to chartreuse, I go out. And my day is fabulous. There's the clear, there's the amber, there's the sort of red, and then there's bright green. And by the time we hit bright green, I'm good to go. So, how do you deal with your morning?
I'm not a morning person, so
Clearly, I'm not either.
No, right? You wait till you get to
I need a lot of fuel.
Maybe I need to try that.
Makes your day a whole heck of a lot better.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to
What you remember?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's no, I've got this animal that I have to chase after in the morning. He really kind of gives me a lot of grief in the morning.
What does he do in the morning? Then you have to chase him.
He eats at night, so like sometimes I wake up to like unpleasant surprises. The hair rolls are, yeah. Mornings are not fun in my house.
You're not talking about a human being, are you?
No. I'm just saying. Yeah, no. And then there's me.
Maybe you could put a little bib around his face. Just, a surgical mask. You could put him to bed with a surgical mask.
I need a surgical mask.
And then we could just empty in the morning.
Not me. They have people for that. Not me.
All right, don't do that. Just chase rabbit.
Next, yeah, I don't know.
Go ahead.
It's good cardio.
There you
It's fun. It is good cardio.
Martha, erase that image from my head.
I am a morning person. Yeah, I am. I love getting it. I don't love getting up, but I love getting an early start of the day. And we have 2 dogs. We have Labrador retrievers who, when they hear the clock strike 7, they get us awake. I think they count the strikes. And our little black Bessie just jumps up in the bed and gets us awake.
Bessie, I forgot her name. I was going to call her Betty.
Bessie. And Barry walks the dogs. I get breakfast. The thing is that we're both, technically retired, which is kind of ridiculous to say, but we really love our mornings, our breakfast together, where we sit and eat our breakfast and have a second cup of coffee and we read the papers.
Do you eat outside in your magic garden?
No, we eat on the front porch, but it's really nice.
The porch is cute too. They have a magic garden.
All right, your assignment for our next episode is to turn your clock ringer off.
See if the dogs
No, we do that. Sometimes Barry forgets to wind it. The digital clock,
It gets
when it
outside.
hits 7, she's on the bed.
She's smart. She gets outside.
Dogs routine.
And you, of course, have a baby. So.
Yeah, my alarm clock as a child. It depends. Sometimes I get a 3:30 a.m. wake up call, at which case I'm like, I get him out and we're like down the stairs, feed him a bottle, put him back to sleep, and then he gets up around 8. And then if he's real good, he'll go to bed around 8:30 and get up around 5:30, 6 o'clock. So, and what's great about my child is I know when he's getting up because I'll start to hear like baby sounds like, and he'll kind of stir, he'll stretch his arms, and then he usually toots a little bit. It's pretty adorable. He is a gassy boy. And then I'll get up and I'll lean over the crib and I'll be like, "Good morning, baby," and he gets this huge grin on his face, and he does not stop smiling. I'll go to change his diaper and I'll be like, "Did you pee pee?" And he'll be like, "Ah, yeah." It's a pretty great way to wake up. Even though I'm like half asleep, I'm like, "Oh, baby, I love you."
He's so cute.
And some mornings, if I've gone to bed late, I'm like sitting there feeding him and I'm passed out on the chair. I've dropped the bottle a couple of times. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Kate, I'm sorry. Here you go, bottle."
As long as you don't drop the baby.
No, I've got a good hold on him.
Rub a band into my chest.
Well, they have this.
You can do it. They make big rubber bands. One under the butt and one around the back. Just stay there.
We're trying that, Nicole.
And how do you
We're not
Don't do that.
start.
That's what's up.
And now, speaking of singing at the top of your lungs, we're going to have a little song by Debra. I'm going to walk her to the piano.
I'm gonna eat some chocolate.
And our lovely gentleman accompanist, Chris Pratt, will here.
Oh, goodness. Jane, you're such a lady.
I am.
Thank you.
And Debra Thais Evans. I'm Chris Pratt.
Funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change a hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine. Stay. Each day is Valentine's. Stay, my Valentine. Each day is Valentine. My Valentine. Ooh, each day is Valentine's Day.
Thank you, my darling. My darling. We'll be right back after a short break. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed that little break. It was wonderful for us. But sorry, I cracked myself up. We have an exciting news in our little group here. Nicole has gone back to school. She's taking a little leave from teaching school, and she's gone back to school. And well, just tell us about that.
Okay, I'm very excited about it actually. With my baby coming and all
I
those
thought you
things.
had it already.
Well, I did, but
All right.
this was back before he was here.
All right.
I looked into ways to kind of stay home a little longer. and my school has an option for educational leave, and I need to finish my master's. So thus sprang the idea of taking a sabbatical for the fall. And I am with Penn State, and I'm working in the college, and I'm working in the College of Agricultural Sciences, the Center for Professional Personnel Development. I am officially the PSU Global Teach Ag Fellow, as well as a grad student. So
a lot of stuff.
it's a lot of stuff. Yeah, my title is like.
And she has a baby.
And I have a baby. So I'm actually very excited because I'm finishing my master's and I'm getting to serve the state in a really exciting way, I think. One of my passions is global learning and global education, and I feel that people, if you visit another country, if you meet people, you learn to not only take yourself a little bit less seriously, but you also learn that a lot of people are just like you, and I think it's how we make the world a better place. So I blog I'm now a blogger. I blog once a week. I am now on Twitter against my will. I'm a Twitter. And I'm working on a program which will be a youth institute here in Pennsylvania where students will apply. They will work with scientists and researchers from around the country and hopefully around the world who are working in global agriculture and global learning. So it's basically an institute where students will learn to solve the global issues so that they're the next generation who's going to say, let's make this world better, let's feed our population, it's the UN Millennium Goals. Let's end poverty, let's bring education, let's take maternal care, infant care, all of those things, environmentalism. So I'm just saying, can you tell, like, it's made me so passionate about my profession again, and I love it. I'm so excited.
You would have never looked at her and thought she likes playing dirt.
I do.
Oh my God, you're my mentor. I'm your preacher. I'm your spirit animal. Ladies, you can do it all.
Well, and I have to say that my wonderful, wonderful husband has been so supportive through this whole thing, and he is the greatest father, the greatest husband, and I couldn't do this without him. My parents, I've had to go to Penn State a couple times, and I call my mom and I go, hey Mom, I gotta drive to Penn State. She goes, you need me to watch the baby? I'm there.
Like a grandmother was gonna say.
No. Exactly. I said to my mom, like, Mom, I'm so sorry to do this to you. And she's like, I get to see my grandchild. Are you kidding me? She's super
happy for it.
Yeah, So it's great to have supportive people who, my family and my friends who support me in this, and I'm so excited, and I hope that this is something that really benefits Pennsylvania and ultimately the world. That's my goal.
You're going to make such a difference.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Yes.
Ooh, look at you tearing up.
I know. Well, it's the lights too, but yeah.
It's not the lights.
I got the light in my eye.
Well, we are so proud of you, and we want to keep abreast of what you
I will.
doing.
I'll let you know. I'm working on it's kind of a thesis, but not quite. It's my project, and so I've started on chapter 1 of that. And it's slow going. It's hard to be a teacher and then come back and be a student again and start writing technically. I was never a good technical writer. I'm a pretty fine, flowery writer, but technical writing is tough, so it's been a stretch, but I'm liking the challenge. I feel challenged again. I'm sorry, I gush about it because I'm so excited. But thank you for letting me.
Oh, that's wonderful. And speaking of gushing, we have a friend. Well, no, he's not actually a friend. He's a friend to the world, Mr. Mel Brooks, who recently was honored with well, you aren't really honored with it, you buy it, but he was honored with a square on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and apparently, because he's Mel Brooks, when he did his imprint, he had a prosthesis made with 6 fingers on one hand. So now Mel Brooks's handprint will always have 6 fingers on one hand, and people will go, I didn't know Mel Brooks had 6 fingers. And I just think that's wonderful.
Nobody else can put their hands in it, that's all.
Ah, that's true. Well, maybe a 6-fingered person did. Well, they have cats with 6 fingers.
I didn't know a little boy who was born with 6 fingers.
Really?
The extra thumb.
Oh, that's cool.
That would be handy. An extra thumb get there twice as fast. But does anyone have anything to add to this?
We need to stop that one.
Well, speaking of funny people. Speaking of funny people, we must take a moment to mourn the passing. Oh, not mourn. She had a fabulous life of Miss Rivers,
Yeah.
Miss Joan Rivers, who
Up to you, Joan.
indeed, who was just such an amazing woman. Led a very phenomenal life. And any particular Joan memories?
Well, having been closest to her age, I think she's an amazing woman. Her husband committed suicide. She's written about how devastating that was and how it just totally changed her life. She wanted to do nothing after that, and finally coming back into theater and into humor, and even her humor. She and Mel Brooks. I mean, truly funny people. And I think to be as funny as they were, and as funny as Mel is, you have to really be able to look at people and see the sadness as well as things that are, I mean, there's some things in life that are so sad and so ridiculous that all you can do to get through them is laugh, and I think that's what Joan realized. Even her funeral, which she had planned, she said one of the things she wanted Meryl Streep there to cry in 40 languages. With 40 accents. 40 accents. It was like wonderful.
She wanted paparazzi.
She made fun of herself.
Her hair was all over.
You have to understand the hideousness of the world and be able to laugh at it.
Absolutely.
Because if we can't laugh at it, life is just really dreary.
And even better, you have to make it laugh at itself.
Exactly.
And that's where I think she came in. She's like, you need to laugh at yourself. I'll laugh at myself first. Now you laugh at yourself.
Commercial she made with her. My smile, am I still smiling?
Yeah.
That was funny.
We all knew that wasn't what she looked like at 81 without all that cosmetic surgery, but
She was honest about it, but she wasn't apologetic. And you can't fault her for it.
No.
I loved her.
You know what I
I
so loved about Joan? I mean, I watched her when I was younger, but I really got into her when she and Melissa got that television show together.
Yes.
And to watch their relationship, as dysfunctional as it could be at times, it was such a loving mother and daughter. You could see the love pouring out of them to each other, even when they were fighting, and there was just so much love. And that is a beautiful thing to see, and something that she gave me, that, you know, to see a relationship, a mother-daughter relationship, that is just beautiful and loving.
This possibly is because of my overworking OCD, but this just hits me in the head with a surprise topic, which just occurred to me. Well, we do now because it just, I don't know. I think it was Joan and Home Shop, because she did Home Shopping Network.
Yes.
I heard on NPR the other day, I was driving my little Dejavaux, and there it was. There's apparently this big movement on YouTube of people watching videos. They're called unpackaging videos, and it's people who film themselves or maybe it's unwrapping. They unwrap things. They like go to Boscov's to say and buy a Cuisinart and then bring it home, and they film themselves from the first person view, so all you see is their hands in the package, and they open it. And this woman is a star in the unwrapping, unpackaging world, and she's making millions off of YouTube ads, filming herself unpackaging things. What do you think of that?
What?
Exactly.
What is she unwrapping? Like, what's so fantastic?
She like, I don't know, she gets a package from UPS and the thing, and she puts on her little go cap or whatever, and you see her hands
And she just unwraps anything?
Yes, it's anything that you can take out of a box.
oh, okay.
And she's making money for this?
Oh,
But
yes.
some things now are packaged. Like Barry bought me a flashlight for my keychain the other day, which is something I really wanted. I worked like the devil to get it out of the plastic.
See, had you filmed that? And apparently there is a subset of this, which is videos of unpackaging children's toys. that apparently children are fascinated with watching.
We have far too much time on our hands.
If you find yourself watching one of those videos, go take a walk.
Yeah. Still a little risky.
Right, the sweetest of anybody
Watch
likes
some
these.
wine and cheese.
Really?
Just some drunken cheese. Drunken wine.
Well, I imagine if you had this obsession that you liked watching things be unwrapped, you couldn't go out and buy yourself lots of things. It's much cheaper to go online and watch somebody else unwrapping.
Maybe there is something that, maybe these people are brilliant. They're like, I have this itch, I want to spend money, and they watch somebody opening it and then they feel satisfied. Maybe
I
there's
never
something
even
to
thought
it.
of that.
You know what? Maybe.
I should try
Like,
this
why
because
yeah, somebody open up a pack of shoes. Somebody get new shoes and open it for me.
Exactly.
Now, so you can get that itch out of your system. Right?
See, I want
If
you
you're a shoe person, you're still gonna wear the shoes.
Yeah, that's true.
Or maybe that's some kind of phobia that will now eliminate like up here wrapping phobia.
I'm frightened of boxes. I'll only watch other people open.
They could.
Boxitis.
There's an industry. You could order things and send them to somebody else for them to open them, and then they could send the unopened thing back to you.
I think Queen Elizabeth. as
But
a-
how are they gonna send it back to that package?
Still gotta open it again, right? Gotta have an open
I didn't
box
say it was
opener.
without its flaws. All ideas have a genesis, and
And that
flesh
one
them
is
out
just-
there.
Yes.
I think what it's come down to is we have exhausted our repertoire of cute kitten videos, and now we're
And
just
puppies.
Now we're
and
on
puppies,
puppies.
and now we're on opening things.
Well, there's also the whispering, the quiet talking. There are certain people, I happen to be one of them, who, when certain noises happen, like people talking quietly and like rustling and certain things, get a little tingle up the back of their neck and into their head, top of their head. Now there's oh yes.
I learned some about you, Miss Jane.
Every day's a new adventure.
Those gets a tingle
But,
about
it's an exciting thing that sort of starts at the bottom of your neck and goes, woo! Anyway.
When there's certain noises,
Yes,
or rustling
there's certain
of
noises like
papers,
this, yes.
and
But and I've never, believe me, saw videos of this. I enjoy it when it just happens naturally. But apparently there is another industry of YouTube videos of people talking quietly or just rustling paper in a certain way. And they have official of this bizarre thing. And there's actually a scientific name for this experience, and but it does exist, and well, gosh.
Jane has it.
And Jane has it.
way too much YouTube stuff going on. I mean, I can understand.
Good stuff on YouTube.
That's what I was gonna say.
Last night I
There is a
watched
lot.
really this weird. There's a video called The History of the World in 18 Minutes. And it's by a man, professor from Australia, his name is David Christian. And watch it, it's fascinating. I mean, I know you have other things you're doing, really.
Watch
I don't want people to
Really,
watch that, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. There's lots of really good stuff on YouTube.
There is.
I mean,
You can watch full
pages.
Broadway shows
Oh,
on YouTube.
absolutely.
Illegally.
Oh, not really.
Those aren't on.
No. There are no bootleg Broadway shows on YouTube. Forget me saying that. I'm gonna ask. Tell me about this.
Oh, it's fabulous. Do you remember the dress I had on last time? It was from
Yes.
India.
Oh, yes.
Well, I ordered this at the same time as Backward. It's not really a companion piece, but it's made by the same company. And it was back ordered last spring, and I just got it a couple weeks ago. It's a coat. I mean, you may think it's a bathrobe, but it really is a coat.
Like a bathrobe.
Awesome.
Yeah,
duet together because, well, we can.
Because we can.
So,
I'll let you go.
yes.
I'll be fine.
Oh, no, you won't.
Piano. I can hold on to it.
She loves the piano.
I do.
Oh. Go down.
I'm going. Hello, love.
I of course, take the reading.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it was beautiful. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, let me pick my nose. To make up for the grace. Mr. Spratt is going to again accompany us on this little tune, and I think it speaks to how Debra and I adore one another.
Yes, it's how I feel deeply.
Hit it!
We'll always be bosom buddies, friends, sisters, and pals. We'll always be bosom buddies. If life should reject you, there's me to protect you.
If I say that your tongue is vicious,
If I call you uncouth, it's simply that. Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and tell you the truth?
though time and again I am aware that my candid opinion may sting,
Though often my frank observation might scorn. I've been meaning to tell you for years, you should keep your hair natural like mine.
if I get my hair natural like yours, I'd be bold. But, darling,
Always be dear companions,
macaroni,
my mate. We'll always be harmonizing,
often Annie and Sandy.
like Amos and Andy.
If I say that your sense of style is as far off as your youth, it's simply that. Who else but a bosom buddy would tell you the whole stinking truth?
Each time that a critic has written, your voice is the voice of a frog. Straight to your side to defend you, I rush.
It's true you do.
You know I'll be there every time that the world makes an unkind remark. When they say Jane Street is the world's greatest lush, it hurts me.
And if I say your fangs are showing, Debra, pulling your claws, it's simply that. Who else but a bosom buddy would notice the obvious flaws?
I feel it's my duty to tell you it's time to adjust to your age. You play Peggo Hart when you're really Lady Macbeth.
You want to know how old I am? I'll tell you. How old do you think?
I'd say somewhere between 40 and but dearie,
I always be as chocolate if you're eager to inside. And though I'll admit I dished you, I've gossiped and gloated, but I'm so devoted.
and if I say that old sex and guts made you into a star, remember that. Who else but a bosom buddy would tell you how rotten you are? Just turn to your bosom buddy for aid and affection, for love and direction, for loyalty, love, and forsooth. Remember that. Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and level and give you the devil will sit down and tell you the truth.
Oh, thank you, my darling. And since we have you here, and since we are in the lovely home of Genesius Theatre, could you, what's coming up in Genesius' season here?
We have the Airdate premiere Broadway history on our stage.
Yes.
Very exciting, very exciting. It's a completely revised version. The authors have revisited the show, and it's really much improved, and it's wonderful.
That's great. And when is that?
We open October 7th. October 17th. That's the 26th, yeah.
And what's happening?
We close our season with Richardson Hammerstein's The Piano. Yes, classic family, great for the holidays, bring everybody, moms, dads, kids, grandparents.
Excellent. And is there a website?
There is, www.genesiusdifference.org, genesiusdifference.org.
Sweet tea. So, well,
Address?
yes, what's the, where are we? Where on earth are we?
The heart of Reading. The corner of 10th and Walnut here in the city.
Excellent, excellent, and thank you so much again for letting us share your home and for letting us share your talent, because it's
Beautiful theater.
It's a joy beyond me, I'll say.
So glad you're here.
I have to introduction.
Yes.
Because we're going to close the show with a little ode to togetherness, since we are together, as we always are, and we want everyone to be together with us, because we should all be together. I think it does. Yes. It's like, we're just gonna. You just start singing, and I'll talk over you at some point.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to build the world alone and turn your ship with love.
I need one of these sheets.
Trees and honeybees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to snow under my harmony and keep it company.
Oh,
I'd like to
we thank you for joining us on this wonderful episode of That's What She Said. Our next show will be October 15th, hopefully in the studio and live. We thank again the lovely Mr. Christopher Stratt, Larry Fetcho, and Genesius Theatre for having us here. The wonderful Debra Thais Evans for joining us. There's 1 week left of Hairspray up at Dutch Apple. If you get to sing, just keep singing till I get done. Yes, everybody! 1 week left of Hairspray up at Dutch Apple. She's amazing. She sings her guts out.